Hey guys, it's story time with Miss Thompson, and yesterday we left off on chapters 3 and 4 in Junie B. Jones and That Meanie Jim's Birthday. So today we're going to pick up chapters 5 and 6. And chapter 5 is Being a Buzzing Bee. And we know that Junie B is still worried about not getting to go to Meanie Jim's birthday. And who was it that tried to distract her and give her something else to do on Saturday? That's right. It was her Grandpa Miller, wasn't it? So he's trying to get her to come be his special helper. What is she going to get to fix? That's right, the upstairs toilet. But when she got through thinking about it, what did she tell him? Yep, that he forgot. She was moving. So let's see if she really moves today. Chapter 5, Being a Buzzing Bee. Grandma and Grandpa Miller take turns babysitting me before lunch. Then they get me dressed for kindergarten. Except for today. Mother came home from work and she got me dressed instead. She said she would drive me to school. If I drive you, then you won't have to see Jim on the bus, she said, very thoughtful. She got out my clothes for school. It was my jumper with the frogs on it. Yeah, only guess what? I'm not even wearing school clothes today on account of I'm moving. And so I have to wear moving man clothes. Mother kept on trying to put that jumper on me. That's how come I made my legs and arms real stiff so they wouldn't fit in there that good. Then me and Mother wrestled a teeny bit, and she stood me on my head, and she pulled my tights on me. You're not moving, Junie B, she said. You're going to school, and that's final. Running away from your problems never solves anything. Yeah, only I'm not even running, I said. I'm calling Ryder Rent Trucks, and those guys will drive me. Mother smiled. She tried to hug me, but I kept on staying real stiff. I stayed real stiff all the way in the car to school. Mother parked the car in the parking lot. Then she lifted me out the door, and she carried me real stiff to the playground. She stood me up in the grass. Everything will be fine. You'll see, she said. Just remember what Daddy and I told you. If anyone talks about the party, pretend it doesn't bother you. She kissed me goodbye on my stiff head. Just then I heard voices hollering. Junie B! Hey, Junie B! Look what we got, they hollered. I turned around. It was my bestest friend, Lucille, and that Grace. They were running at me. Look, said Lucille, look what Jim gave us. It's invitations to his birthday party on Saturday. It's just like he told us, Junie B, said that Grace. He's really gonna have a petting zoo there. I quick covered my ears with my hands. Then I closed my eyes and I sang a loud song at them. It is called I Can't Hear You. You're not even bothering me. I sang it at the top of my lungs. I can't hear you, I can't hear you. You're not even bothering me. Then I kept on singing and singing that thing till they went away. Also, they did the cuckoo sign at me. After that, I sat down in the grass all by myself, and I looked all around the playground. Lots of other children had invitations, too. Man, I whispered. Man. That's when I saw that Meanie Jim. He was giving an invitation to a boy named Crybaby William. Crybaby William is the scarediest cat in room 9. He is even scared of a teeny flea, I think. Just then I sat up a little bit straighter, 'cause I just got another idea in my head, that's why. It was called, hey, maybe I can take William's invitation away from him. 'Cause he won't even chase me, probably. And so then I will have my very own invitation, and William can get another one from that Jim, and then everybody will get to go to the party, including me. I stood up from the grass, then I squinted my eyes at Crybaby William, and I started to run at him very slow. I run faster and faster till finally I was running as fast as a speeding bumblebee. I buzzed all around William zippity-quick. His eyes couldn't even follow me that good. Then I buzzed right in his face, and I quick grabbed that invitation out of his fingers. I runned my fastest to the swing set. And guess what? William didn't even follow me, that's what. And here's more good news. William's invitation didn't even have his name on it, so that means it can be for anybody, probably. Only now it's mine, I said, because I will put my name on it when I get to room 9, and it will be my very own invitation. Just then, the bell rang for school. I put my invitation way down in my deep pocket, and I skipped very happy to my class. Mrs. was standing outside of room 9. William was standing with her. His nose was sniffing a real lot. I tried to skip past them, but Mrs. grabbed the straps of my frog jumper. She pulled me back. Yeah, only I don't actually think that is good for the outfit, I said. Mrs. did a frown. Junie B., did you take something that belonged to William? She asked. No, I said, because his name wasn't even on it, and so that means it is for anybody, I think. Mrs. tapped her angry foot. Was William holding an invitation, Junie B.? And did you snatch it out of his hands? And then did you run away from him? She asked. I smiled very cute. I was a buzzing bee, I said. Mrs. holded out her hand. May I have it, please? She asked. May I have the invitation you took from William? I rocked back and forth on my feet, 'cause I didn't want to give it to her, that's why. Yeah, only I think it might have bounced out of my pocket, I said. Mrs. bended down next to me. She leaned way into my face. I want that invitation, she said. Now. I did a gulp. Then I quick put my hand in my pocket. Good news, I found it, I said, very nervous. Give it to William, said Mrs. Crybaby William put out his hand. I shoved it at him. Here, Mr. Stinky-head tattletale boy, I said. Here's your stinky-head invitation. Mrs. Eyes got real big. Junie B. Jones, that's quite enough. Now you go sit down, and I don't want to hear another word. Do you understand me, young lady? Not one more word. And so that's how come I walked very slumping to my seat, and I put my head on my table, 'cause guess why? Laying low again. That's why. Chapter 6, Daydreaming. Mrs. took attendance. Attendance is when you say, I'm here, except if you're not here, you have to be quiet. Also, we said, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. That is called opening ceremonies, I think. After that, we sat down, and Mrs. passed out our workbooks. She told us the pages to turn to. It was work about different kinds of shapes, like circles and squares and triangles. I am a breeze at that stuff, only I couldn't even concentrate very good, on account of I kept daydreaming about that birthday party. Daydreaming is just like night dreaming, only it's not night, and you're not asleep, and you're not dreaming. I kept on thinking about how everybody was going to that party, only not me. I was the only one in all of room 9. I wish Lucille and Grace weren't going too, I thought to just myself, 'cause that would be nice sports of them. After a while, I tapped on Lucille. You are my bestest good friend, I told her. Lucille smiled at me. You are my bestest good friend too, she said. I touched her new dress. You look very precious today, I said. Lucille fluffed herself. Thank you. You look very precious today too, she said back. I touched her fingernails with polish on them. I wish you and me could be twins, I said. Me too. I wish you and me could be twins too, she said. Just then my whole face got happy. Lucille, I just thought of something. You and me can pretend we are twins and we can do everything just the same. And so on Saturday, you can come to my house and I will put nail polish on my nails just like you. And you will stay home from that birthday party just like me. Lucille didn't say anything back. I tapped on her. How come you're not talking, twin? I said. How come you're not saying anything back? 'Cause I want to go to the party. That's why, said Lucille. I did a huffy breath at her. Yes, Lucille, I know you want to go to the party, but now you and me are twins, and twins have to do everything just the same. And so, if I don't go to the party, then you can't go to the party too, on account of that is the twin rule. No, it's not, said Lucille. My cousins are twins, and one is a boy and one is a girl, and they don't do anything alike. I jumped up from my chair. Yeah, only that is not the kind of twin I want to be, madam, I yelled. Mrs. snapped her loud fingers at me. Sit down, she hollered. Just then, that Jim I hate turned around in his chair, and he laughed real mean at me, 'cause I was in trouble. Turn around, I said. Only he didn't turn around. And so that's how come I had to run to his table, and I had to turn it around for him. Junie B. Jones, shouted Mrs. What are you doing? I am turning around his fatty head, I explained. Mrs. hurried to where I was. Then she quick took my arm, and she marched me into the hall. She pointed to principal's office. Go, she said, real angry. I did a gulp. Yeah, only I'm not actually supposed to go there anymore. I said, 'cause me and Mother had a talk about it, and she said for me not to get sent there again. Mrs. face got red as a tomato. She started counting numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's how come I hurried up and walked out. 'Cause teachers who count numbers are the scariest kind there is. That's the end of chapter 6. So what do you think so far? I know. Can you believe what all Junie B has done? Do you think she was making good choices? Me either. She made some pretty bad choices in that, didn't she? I wonder what Principal's gonna say. We'll have to wait and find out tomorrow when we read chapter 7 and chapter 8. All right, so tomorrow, chapter 7 is My Story This Time by Junie B. Jones. So she's going to be telling a story. I wonder what it's going to be. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.